Hello, lovely, and welcome to the Essence of Expression podcast. Get ready to explore insights, lessons, practices, and wisdom from life for life. I'm your host, Arejay, healer, teacher, student, and sage. I'm excited and honored to have you with me on this journey. Let's dive in. So the other day I had posted in my school community a little bit about shame, and that stemmed from another group that I was in, and we were dialoguing, and a woman had realized she hadn't capitalized on an opportunity the way she could have if she had been a bit more prepared. And so she was like, shame on me. And I, responded that shame only serves to keep things stuck, people playing small and attention on the wrong thing. So what if instead of shame on me, what if you declared how it would look different, right? Like what that change is going to be moving forward. And I wanted to talk a little bit more about that and why it keeps things stuck and people playing small, and why it keeps the attention on the wrong thing, right? So when we're feeling shame, or when we get shamed for something, it'll keep things stuck because the first initial reaction is to kind of like push the thing away, right? Like, let's put it in the closet, let's hide it behind the curtain. And so you move it into this space where you haven't actually gotten rid of whatever the thing is. It's still like back there lurking, but you're not willing to put attention on it, and you're not willing to look at it and examine it in a way that would result in any sort of like learning. You can't get that golden nugget that is in every experience if you're not willing to look at and explore that more closely, right? So if you're just like, oh, we're just gonna breeze by this or tuck it away, or like, let's pretend that didn't even exist. Well, it still exists. You're just now not engaging with it. And because you're not engaging with it, like, it's going to stay exactly where it is. Then in terms of shame keeping people playing small, like, you can literally see this. Like, if you've ever seen anyone be shamed for something, their body language completely changes, right? It's an automatic shrinking that happens. Like, the belly gets drawn in, their chest sinks down, their head kind of, points down toward the ground, and they literally make themselves smaller, right? They kind of just collapse and condense onto themselves. And that's like the physical response. But it's still this same idea of trying to hide and not be seen. And it's this retraction, right? And if you experience that enough when you're trying to do something, right? Like that experience of being wrong, and then like having that completely displayed and made a big deal of, eventually you stop trying for whatever it is, right? Like, if you feel wrong enough, and if you feel every time you try it's just wrong, eventually a person stops trying. And then shame also serves to keep our attention on the wrong thing. And what I mean by this is, like, if you've ever been shamed for something, the automatic response is like to focus on not doing the thing you got shamed for again, or not letting it be caught, right? But there's a not in there somewhere. And so rather than focusing on the change, we're trying not to do this thing, right? But our brains don't process not very well. Like, the way our brains work, they will process the actual thing first, and then it has to loop back around and insert the not for it to comprehend the context in the concept, right? Which is the same reason why when, like, if you don't want someone to look down, you tell them to look at you rather than don't look down, because as soon as you say don't look down, the first thing they do is look down. Not because they're trying to, disobey you, but literally because it's what the brain processes first is look down, and then it circles back around to add in that don't And then it's like, oh, I'm not supposed to do that. But by the time it can process that, like, you've already done the action. So whenever we're shamed for something, whether it be from somebody else or from ourselves, like, we focus on not doing the thing, which makes it more likely that we're going to do the thing again, in all honesty. And what we should focus on is, like, what is the actual action that we want, as opposed to what action are we trying to avoid. So that is why I say that shame only serves to keep things stuck, people playing small, and attention on the wrong thing. Thank you for your time and attention. If you enjoyed this episode, follow the show. If someone came to mind while you were listening to this episode, please take a moment to share it with them. If you're interested in joining a community and diving further into these topics, please visit theessenceofexpression.com/community and request to join our community group. Thank you. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your night or day, and I'll talk to you soon. Take care.